Being in the public eye comes with a lot of pressure, and I faced a lot of scrutiny.
I built a career by managing high stakes, high pressure, and this constant demand for perfection from everyone that I worked with, my superiors and people who reported to me. And for a while, I felt very proud of myself for managing all of that pressure and that responsibility. It gave me an immense sense of self-worth. But eventually it caused enough stress for me to need to turn to something to cope.
I think growing up, I felt so much pressure and expectation to be a certain way, to fit into the boxes that other people wanted me to be in, other people created for me. And I think because of that, I found myself jumping into habits and routines that maybe weren't really aligned or authentic to me as a person, what I really genuinely wanted out of life.
Watching my son struggle was the hardest thing I've ever been through. He was angry, distant. I could see he was in pain and I didn't know how to reach him.
For years, I've dedicated my life to building my foundation and helping others, but I never really got the help that I needed for myself. Stress was immense, and I ended up turning to alcohol.
And of course it was a mistake, but at the time it felt like it was the only way I could keep up.
But fast forward 4 years and you're doing it every day, especially in a college environment where drinking and doing drugs is an everyday occurrence. You start to lose sight of not just your day-to-day, but honestly who you are.
At some point, I realized I could no longer effectively run my foundation and help the people that needed it. I wasn't the person that I needed to be for my family, my team, my community, and I knew I needed help. I lost sight of what was important.
I think I was waiting around for someone to come and save me. But the hardest lesson I've ever learned is that no one is coming to save you.
And there I was, with the thought of my addiction sabotaging or undoing everything that I worked so hard for, and I was terrified. So I knew I had to take some action.
I didn't want to tell anybody what was going on. I was afraid people would judge us, that they'd see me as a failed mother. And
I think for me, environment is key. You can only make so much change when you're surrounded by other people partying and drinking and doing drugs.
So I ended up finding Haven Hills, and everyone here is so supportive and wonderful. I've made some lifelong friends.
when I called the facility for the first time, I was terrified. I didn't know what to expect. But the voice on the other end of the phone made me feel so safe.
I turned to this facility because they really focus on privacy, luxury, tailored care. It helped me find the support that I needed to heal and move forward.
Before I came here, I would say a lot of my friendships were transactional outside of my family. It was either, hey, let's be friends because you know where the party's at or you know where the drugs are at. Here at Haven Hills, people got to know me for me. And connections were formed on humanity, not transactions.
They didn't just treat the addiction, they also showed him new habits, new routines, and connections, real connections. The staff there made my son feel like he was the only one who mattered. And for the first time, I felt like he really had a group of people that understood him. The people there didn't see him as broken, just someone who was buried.
The most important part of this experience was the people that I was able to meet who were going through very similar things, because even with a family that I loved dearly and colleagues that I liked a lot too, I didn't truly feel comfortable verbalizing or discussing the things that I was going through.
In some of these friendships and relationships, I honestly feel confident that I'll be able to have these people in my corner and be in their corner for them for years to come. So it's not something I take for granted, and it's something that I'm super appreciative of.
I finally started to see the boy that I raised and the man that I always believed he could become.
My message to anyone is that if you're struggling, it's okay to ask for help, and it's never too late.
And I promise you this, that there is a way out. And with hard work and the support of people who understand what you're going through, you will get better and you will beat this.